11 people were crushed to death in a stampede in Bangalore. What was to be a day of celebration for the city had turned into a complete nightmare. But it's a nightmare that is still not over. Why? Because no one, absolutely no one, is willing to own up to what happened that day. Not the Karnataka government, not the Karnataka police, and certainly not the RCB that organized the celebrations at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. My guest this evening, a quick introduction. Sanjay Sahai is a former IPS officer joining us on the broadcast. Dinesh Jotwani is an advocate of the Supreme Court. He's also a public policy expert. Thank you very much. Syed Asad Abbas is a political analyst. He'll be representing the Congress party this evening. And Ranjit Bajaj is former director at the Minerva Cricket Academy. He'll be batting for RCB this evening on the show. Thank you all very much. So, Dinesh Jotwani, clearly the police was overruled by their political bosses. And yes, this is something that has been said off record by the police themselves. That our boss, the Home Minister, agreed with us that right now it's not possible for us to manage crowds of this magnitude. So let's do it some other time. But we were overruled. By who were they overruled? They were clearly overruled by the people who are present inside the Vidhan Sabha, number one and number two, and the Deputy Chief Minister who was present inside the Chinnaswamy Stadium where the celebrations were taking place. ये तो बड़ा clear है. Blame game तो चलता रहेगा. But it's clear who gave the ultimate permission.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the complete judgment of CAT that has been passed. And from legal perspective, I will say very clearly, and with due respect to the bench that has passed the order, it had no jurisdiction to pass an order with respect to who is responsible. The Central Administrative Tribunal was and is supposed to look at the service rules. And RCB was not a party to these proceedings. RCB lawyers were not there. RCB was not called there. It was not represented before the CAT. Now, passing a reference to responsibility of RCB by the Central Administrative Tribunal is, with due respect to the bench, it is absolutely incorrect. And as you mentioned earlier in the show, that they are looking at the remedies of rectifying this order or appealing this order. Let me tell you one important thing, which Mr. Bajaj also pointed out, that police had no intimation, so no responsibility to it. Even presuming, so they could have taken a step. The police could have taken a step that so much crowd is not assembled. Even why did it allow to have this kind of a crowd to assemble on June 4 so that this becomes a problem? So ultimately, I will again point out to the Section 30 and Section 31 of the Karnataka Police Act. The law and order is a responsibility of the state government. It clearly says so.
Okay.
Where does RCB comes into picture? It had not sent any invitation. Here, I'm not defending RCB. But what I'm saying is there are observations, in law we call it obiter dicta observations, which are on the side observations that the tribunal has made. Now, these observations are made against RCB and principles of...
So you are saying this is a case, Dineshji, you are saying this is a case of judicial overreach. The tribunal had no business to probe the matter and to fix blame or fix accountability. But the fact is that an officer, the level of an IPS officer who was the additional CP of Bangalore, had approached them against his suspension. They had to go through the details of what had happened. And this was their conclusion. This is a semi-judicial body. Let's not forget that. This is a quasi-judicial body. So we have to respect what they say. And whatever happened to the magisterial inquiry, my point is that the Chief Minister said within 15 days, you will have a report. Magisterial inquiry will be out. Where is that magisterial inquiry? It has been 27 days. Yahi hota hai with inquiries and reports. We never know where they go and whatever happens to them. For the moment, thank you, gentlemen, for this discussion. Appreciate you joining us. Let's see if the Karnataka government actually approaches the Karnataka High Court against the CAT order. We'll wait and watch. For the moment, a very quick break.